that I am the one who's illuminating all the thoughts. And there's one more level after that. And what is that? I'm not just this book. I am paper. Then what happens? When you come to the paper level, all the books, I alone am. Isn't it? Not only all the pages, but all the books I am. All the pages I am. All the words I am. Not only in this book, but in every book. This is called expansion. But it will happen by first being who you are. And this happens because of the consciousness aspect. First, we have to understand that you can never become less or more. You are the permanent behind this whole creation. You are the permanence behind the waker, dreamer and deep sleeper. You are the permanence behind the gross body, subtle body and causal body. And not only this, the total. You are there. Then consciousness. That which is existing alone can be conscious. Because from unconsciousness, consciousness cannot come. From non-existence, consciousness cannot come. From that which is not existing, how can some knowingness come? It is already empty. See the foolishness? And here they said that it is Brahman which illumines or lends sentiency to Maya. Second thing, Maya means the wheeling power. It is not that some places in certain books it is written because of the Maya, the Shakti, the consciousness expresses. It is not possible. It is not possible. That which expresses due to Maya is the relative consciousness. But when we are talking about infinite consciousness, the pure consciousness, the eternal consciousness, that is Brahman. And Brahman itself is the Maya. Because if there is one without a second, is there any place for the two? There is no place for the two. Then where is Maya? It's as if Brahman itself is as if appearing as Maya. How it is appearing as Maya? How is Brahman appearing as Maya? Just like the sun rays. How much sun rays are there on this planet? So many, isn't it? But everywhere do you see a mirage? No. Under certain set of circumstance, it has to be noon time or very hot. At that time, is there any water there in the mirage? No. Then what is the mirage? The rays of the suns themselves are appearing as the mirage waters, isn't it? The rays of the sun themselves are appearing as the mirage waters. And the moment that moment goes away, the mirage also goes away. Sun rays continue to be sun rays. And even though the mirage waters were there, the sun rays were still sun rays, isn't it? Same way. And it's only a small, tiny bit of the sun rays which appear to be as the mirage waters. A tiny, 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 minuscule fraction, isn't it? Same way, the Brahman, which is infinite, eternal, total existence, infinite consciousness, on it, this Maya effect is a tiny, minuscule part. And in that tiny, minuscule part, this whole creation is as if appearing. Just like the oceans, how many kilometers deep they are? 3-4 kilometers. How big? 80% of the land, earth is covered with waters, isn't it? Out of it, how much is appearing as waves? A tiny, minuscule part, isn't it? Just maybe in the Puranic language, only the corner point of the right toenail of Bhagavan Vishnu. That big is the Maya. Can Brahman ever be the Maya? No, as if. It's appearing. It can it can only be that which illumines the eye, the conscious Brahman, which is the real illuminator of the presence and absence of everything in the world of perceptions. Since Brahman is self-effulgent, it does not require any additional light to illumine itself. As a lamp well placed does not require any other illumination. It is self-effulgent. You don't need to put a torch on the lamp and say, oh, there is a lamp. You don't have to take any light to see is there a sun. This light is self-illuminating. But yes, outwardly, yes, it is self-illuminating. But who is seeing it? This eye, the physical eye. Who is seeing through the physical eye? The mind. Because of whom is the mind functioning? The self. This self is self-illumined. If you did not have eye, can you see the light? No. So here it is said that the one who is aware of the perception is called the witness. So this witness who is aware that the body is sitting silent, the witness who is aware that the breath is slow and shallow, the witness who is aware of the presence of Om and the absence of Om on the seat of meditation when it has slowed down. This witness is the conscious principle. This is where you can catch the self, if you at all. And when? The catching cannot be done in the past or the future. Right here and now, at this moment. If this moment you have not caught it, you have lost the moment. Again, catch now. See? Is the witness, the Sakshi. In fact, consciousness and is none other than existence itself. If this were not true, two difficulties would arise. The first of all, it would imply that Sat is inert. How do you come to know there is existence? First is I am, is existence. But this I am, normally you don't have to say, it's just a sense of being, isn't it? Then what is the sense of knowing? I know I am.